Dude, there's like no reason to even try to hold back on this. Jordan Binnington, you're a goof. 100%. Like, I try to never be too blunt and harsh when it comes to the things that I say about individual people. Right? I think you've kind of noticed this pattern that I like to get a little bit of foreplay into the commentary. We introduce the topic, we go over the context, we slowly build it up as I creep into the point that I'm trying to make in every single video. I rarely go out there and just straight up off the bat say, hey, what are you doing, fam? Are you kidding me? But no, I'm doing that here. What the hell are you doing, fam? Are you kidding me? We've made so many videos over the past few years regarding Jordan Binnington, St. Louis Blues goaltender, and his outbursts. I'm going to go out there on YouTube and search Jordan Binnington Lego Rocks 99 because I feel like we have made videos on most of the moments that this guy has had. Obviously, goaltenders have their moments where sometimes they let in a bad goal, or they let in multiple goals, or they're frustrated with something. Either it's themselves, the team, the game, something the opposition is doing, and sometimes the goalies get pissed. Sometimes they'll slam their sticks against the board, sometimes they'll slam their sticks against the post, sometimes they'll even accidentally hit their own teammates in the face with it. That actually did happen before, but there normally are never outbursts that goalies exhibit like this. 3 months ago, Jordan Binnington hit Jason Zucker in the face as Zucker was skating behind the St. Louis Blues goal. He kind of reached his arm out and he pretty much clotheslined the guy. You had, last year, of course, the water bottle incident where you had Jordan Binnington getting pissed off at Nazem Kadri, and after the game, when Kadri was doing the post-game interview with TNT Media, I believe it was, you had Jordan Binnington off-screen see Kadri in the hallway and chuck a water bottle at the guy as his post-game press conference is going on. Now, oh, Lego, what are you gonna get upset about a water bottle? Oh, it's a water bottle, boo-hoo, send him to the hospital. No, that's not the point here, fam. The point isn't that Nazem Kadri got hurt because a water bottle was chucked at him. The point is Jordan Binnington is a sore loser. He goes out there and he lets his emotions take over anytime there's any sort of confrontation in the games that he plays. He chucked a water bottle at a guy, and then later in the post water bottle throwing interview, he doubled down on it. He pretty much said, yeah, like, I did that. And like, bro, that's not cool. You can't go out there and pretend that that's a thing. And on top of all this, you have the numerous times in-game where Jordan Binnington was losing his cool and taking out his frustration on those around him. But none of these moments were like what we saw yesterday as the St. Louis Blues took on the Minnesota Wild. Long story short, Jordan Binnington had himself a pretty bad game. You had 23 shots against and 5 goals against. The guy was not good when it comes to his on-ice save percentage, but the crazy part is when Ryan Hartman scored the 5-4 game, by the way, it was 5-4, like 13 minutes into the second period, so barely halfway through the game. After Hartman scored the goal, he kind of runs into Binnington a little bit, and to be fair, Binnington is way out of the crease at this point. He kind of overcommitted to try to make the save, and he was spinning around as the puck went in the net. Hartman kind of bumps into Binnington as he's trying to go to his teammates to celebrate, and because Binnington doesn't like that, and because Binnington gets a little bit frustrated when bad things happen to him in the game, he goes after Hartman, sucker punches Hartman in the head with his blocker, and a big scrum ensues. The entire Minnesota Wild and St. Louis Blues squads on the ice start getting at it. Binnington gets his helmet ripped off, and the referee takes him away. At this point, Binnington's gloves are off. He doesn't have his blocker, he doesn't have his glove. They're both on the ice. And then you have Marc-Andre Fleury making his way from the opposite end of the rink, also with no mask and no gloves. Unfortunately, the refs didn't allow them to fight, which is just so silly. Like, come on. I want to see a gosh darn goalie fight. We don't ever see those. Like, we have the chance, the very realistic chance to see one of the most incredible, rare events in hockey, and it's one of these things where there is a clear storyline here. okay, maybe not storyline, but there's a lot of context behind it that makes for the ultimate prize fight. It's like a match straight out of WrestleMania. There's the heel, there's the face, there's the bad guy, and there's the good guy. Jordan Binnington is the bad guy with all the shenanigans over the past few years, the ridiculousness, how he chucked water bottles at guys, he clotheslined other guys, he was a sore loser about not winning the Calder Trophy to Elias Pettersson, and then this thing on Ryan Hartman, he sucker punches the guy after the guy scores a goal, like his team is just trying to celebrate, and then Binnington comes out of nowhere and clocks him. Like, bro, the play's over. You don't ever see things like this happen after a goal, after a whistle, after an offside, after a save. Sure, you see shenanigans all the time, but almost never after goals, especially the goalie himself instigating all of that. He is the clear villain in this situation. And then you have Marc-Andre Fleury, who is one of the NHL's golden boys. Everybody loves Marc-Andre Fleury, and it's not even close. This is Rachel Dory. She made a brilliant tweet about this entire thing. Fleury is one of hockey's most likable guys. If he was the one who socked Binnington, he would have been elevated to deity-level status. And I'm not going to disagree with that one bit. Fact of the matter is, though, Jordan Binnington was indeed ejected from this game. He was assessed a 5-minute match penalty, and I mean, look, this is what Ryan Hartman said after the game was over. That's nothing new from Binnington. He's been doing stuff like this for a while. He was talking to our bench 5 minutes leading into that. He just knew he was going to do something at some point. And in fact, after the entire scrum happened, you had Jordan Binnington kind of getting removed from the game. The refs were escorting him off the ice, and he was kind of raising his arms while looking at the fans as if saying, hey, yeah, let's go, let's get it up in here. He's trying to amp up the crowd. Well, guess what? Later in the game, Binnington is gone. Alex Goligoski scores a goal on a breakaway. Yeah, that guy's a defenseman. He scored on a breakaway. And then he does the same let's get it going in here motion to the crowd. He tries to do the same thing. He's mocking Binnington after everything went down. Alex Goligoski scored a breakaway goal, and that fact by itself to me is just so mind-blowing. Add to this the context of who Binnington is in NHL lore and everyone's opinions about him, and you have yourselves a guy that makes for pretty much the biggest clown in the NHL. And I'm going to be very blunt when I say that, because boy, oh boy, why the heck do you expect anybody to go out there and sympathize with you on this? Now, maybe I'm putting words in the guy's mouth. Maybe he didn't necessarily say that he expects anybody to sympathize with him, but whatever. You can't be acting like this, dude. And we said this last time. We said this when he clotheslined Zucker. We said this when he chucked the water bottle at Kadri and then doubled down on his assessment of that situation. This has been a problem for a while. And he almost had the opportunity to get potentially served justice by Marc-Andre Fleury, only for the referees to go out there and take that away. Just because we're on the topic, I guess we can go over Jordan Binnington and his numbers this season. The guy hasn't had a great year this season, as in 52 games played, the guy has an .892 save percentage and a 3.39 goals against. Yeah, definitely not the same level of numbers as he had back when he was a rookie, posting up a .927 save percentage in 32 games played. He also was very good in the postseason that year, which is kind of why they won the Cup. But either way, Binnington has had a pretty up-and-down career ever since being that top-of-the-line goaltender in 2019. He had some good seasons after that for sure, but there were so many controversies and so many extracurricular activities that really held this guy back from being, let's just say, one of the good ones in the minds of many NHL fans. So, let me know your thoughts in the comments section about this entire Jordan Binnington thing. Am I denying the talent that exists within his frame? No, but he did allow 5 goals last night, and he did have a temper tantrum after Ryan Hartman kind of skated into him, leading to him literally, going after the guy. When do you see a goalie go after a guy when the guy scores a goal on you? That doesn't ever happen, but it happened yesterday. So let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. I hope you enjoyed this video. And bye.